Hey guys, welcome to my review of Justice League issue number 8. In the last issue of Justice League, what we mostly learned about is about the government sort of wanting to, control the League, and we learned about, Steve Trevor's relationship with the League and Wonder Woman. Also, we see this, build up to this sort of other mysterious character that wants to take out the League through Steve Trevor by using him and getting to the League and, killing them. That's basically all that happens in issue number 7. And now here's my brief summary of issue number 8. In this issue of Justice League, we open up with, yet again, Steve Trevor's, standing in front of, the Congress or the government, and they're questioning him. And today's question of the week is, why hasn't the Justice League gotten any new members? Why haven't they expanded their, whole league or gotten any new superheroes to join them? Why is that? Steve Trevor tells them, why did it need to expand? They're powerful enough. You have Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Why did they need any new members? And of course, the government, answers by saying like, oh, we're just curious. We're just wondering. Of course, they want to keep tabs on them. They want to have a spy in the group, and that's what Colonel Steve Trevor says. He says, you just want to have someone spy on them. You want to know what they're doing every single exact moment. That they're out saving the world. You just want to keep tabs on them, and the government says like, why can't we? We're just trying to protect our government, trying to protect our our world. Come on, seriously. But yeah, that's basically the question throughout this issue. Is even in front of cover, it says, will Green Arrow join the Justice League? Question mark. Will he join the League? Because mostly throughout this issue, we see the Green Arrow. He makes appearance. Every single time the League is, on a mission, he appears and, he tries to help them out. And he does a fair, decent job helping them. He helps them try to take out Amazo. He helps them fight the Talons. He even helps them fight out, these dark cults, And, every single time he meets up with them or helps them, he wants to join the League. He always asks them, oh, is it, my time to join the League? Maybe since I've helped you out, I've done a really good job, I should join you guys, right? I'm a good hero. But then the League says, we don't need you. It's okay. They always keep brushing him off, and they brush him off very negatively. And they're very harsh about it, especially Aquaman, because we learned that him and Green Arrow has had sort of a rocky relationship or a rocky start with one another. And of course, Aquaman is very, very negative about, Green Arrow joining the team. So especially he's the one main contribution, trying to push Green Arrow not to join. And that's basically all that happens in this issue. And we also learn why Green Arrow wants to join the, the group is because we learned that, of course, Green Arrow, he's had a rough history. His history's not so well. He didn't start off so great like Superman or Wonder Woman or Batman had. His, backstory is a bit edgy, a bit rocky, and it sort of can put the League in sort of a bad image. But we learned that he has good intentions, that he wants to make up for, what he's done in the past. He wants to make up for it, and that's why he wants to join the League. And he thinks he can be a social conscience for the League, and that's basically it. And I think his intentions are pretty good. I think the reason why he wants to join the League is a good reason. And he actually tells us to, Colonel Steve Trevor. But then, in the end of this issue, we learn the reason why the League doesn't want, Green Arrow to join the crew. We learn the real reason. Now, I don't want to spoil the real reason because they're introducing another character that was part of the Justice League before, who you could say was sort of the original, 7 members of the team. I don't want to spoil who it is, but I think you guys will be excited or interested to see this character join the League, or why wasn't he able to join the League, or why did they kick him out? Who knows, but it's very interesting. Now, before I get into talking about the Shazam storyline, let me talk about the Justice League storyline right now. I think it's doing good. I love how they introduced Green Arrow and how he really wants to help out the League and how he wants to be a social conscience. And this really sort of, it goes along with what the government's thinking. you know, the government's not trying to control the league for a bad reason. They have good intentions for wanting to keep tabs on the league. It's because, you know, you've seen this in the Justice League the Animated Series, is when the government was afraid that the league would be too powerful for them to handle, and that they're afraid that the league would try to take over the world under their rule. And it has happened before. In another parallel universe, you know, the league has actually taken over the government and is ruling Earth with an iron fist. And the government's sort of scared that that's going to happen, you know, so they just want to keep tabs on them. And with the, you know, with Green Arrow being, you know, the social conscience of the league, it's sort of like, you know, people can't relate to the league, you know, they're superheroes, especially Batman. You sort of can relate to him because, you know, he's human like all of us, but sort of he's a bigger member, you know, of the league. So sort of in a way you can say like he's on top with, you know, Superman and Wonder Woman, and he might not be able to agree with every, you know, human thought or whatever. But it's great that, you know, they want to implement, you know, Green Arrow into the group. Like, we always need, you know, human characters to be, you know, in the league, to keep the league from, you know, doing anything bad, to keep their morality up and not getting it lower, you know. It's just to make them seem like, okay, they're not that big of a threat, you know. They have human heroes in this group, and it's good for that to happen, you know. I really like that. And also, in this issue, it's pretty interesting and funny how they put in, like, these little snippets and little, like, Easter eggs. Like, you know, they said, like, oh, we already have a green member in this team, which is, you know, Green Lantern. And he says, why don't you change your name to Blue Arrow instead? And if you know, in an alternate universe, also it was, you know, it suggested in Batman the Brave and the Bold one, Batman went to another alternate universe where all the heroes were actually villains. Green Arrow was actually named Blue Arrow, which is, I think that was sort of funny. And, you know, Green Arrow's a funny guy. He's a smart mouth. So him and Green Lantern put together in one panel is funny, you know? And he tries to hit on Wonder Woman, and that's Green Arrow's character. And I like how they actually stick true to Green Arrow's smart mouth, yet sort of wants to do good kind of character in this issue. I really like that. Talking about Shazam now. My thoughts on Shazam. Now, Billy Batson, we all know, like I said in the last review, that Billy Batson, he's a goody-goody two-shoe. He's like Superman. He's like a Boy Scout. You know, we all know Billy Batson has to be, you know, the sort of, you know, goody-goody superhero type of character, you know? And to see him be very, very rude, I was like, wow, this isn't Billy Batson's character. This is really, really off. But in this issue, sort of, we can actually get a reason why he's such a douchebag, you know, why he's so rude and mean. Because when he's introduced to, you know, his new family, we actually introduced him in this issue, he actually makes one of his new, you know, sisters, I guess stepsister, cry, saying that you're not my family. You don't know me at all, so leave me alone and I'll leave you alone, okay? You're not my sister, you're not related to me, so, you know, F off. You know, screw off, man. And he gets lectured by the oldest, you know, girl in the family, who's married, who's Miss Marvel, actually. That's a little cool snippet right there. But, you know, he actually takes out a picture, and he looks at it, he's like, you guys don't know me at all. You don't know my side of the story. And he looks at a picture of an adult man and an adult woman who could possibly be his mother and father. And we can sort of see why he's maybe a douchebag in the first place. It was because his parents left him. They either died, they didn't want him. Who knows his backstory, okay? And I sort of want to know why Billy Batson is the way he is. Will he actually, you know, make up for, you know, who he is? Because, you know, he can't be Shazam without his, you know, good intentions. That's why they chose him to be Shazam in the first place, was because of, you know, his good heart and, you know, good intentions. Maybe deep down on that, you know, exterior of a douchiness, he's really a nice character. He's a good boy, you know. It's just, I guess his past is really messed up. But that's interesting, and I really suggest you guys pick up this issue. It's a really good introduction to Green Arrow, and the reason why he wants to join the league, and it's a good, you know, backstory to Billy Batson and Shazam. And also the artwork is, you know, better. It's more decent than the one in the last issue. I didn't have a problem with the artwork, but a lot of people did. But just to tell you guys, the artwork is better this time around. And I think Jim Lee is actually coming back to do the art in the next issue. So yeah, suggest you guys pick up Justice League issue number 8, and I'll talk to you guys later. So hopefully you guys liked this review and found it helpful. See you guys.